Welcome to Corbellic Studios. Look, it's 2026. There's no excuse for you being broke. I think anybody who's broke in 2026, that's a choice. That's a choice that you put upon yourself. There's so many different opportunities out here, so that way you could be making money. It's only excuses. I come from the generation where if I wanted to get a job, I had to walk miles to go get an application, all right, just to fill it out. And then I had to wait by a landline to somebody calling the house to figure out if I got the job or not. I come from the generation where I had to walk to the library and then get on the only internet that they had at that time just so I could figure out if there was job placements. I come from the generation where we didn't even have the internet and I had to fill out applications that was based on a job placement that was inside the newspaper. All right? I had to look at the newspapers to figure out the weekly job sites. You know what I'm talking about. If you're old as I am and you come from this generation, you know what I'm talking about, where we had to look in the newspaper for these jobs. Now, these jobs that were on the newspaper, we had everybody else that was in the city also looking at the same jobs, looking at the same open opportunities for open job placements. And then I had to mail out a lot of my job applications to these addresses. I remember having to put my resume out into a letter and putting it out there that way. Why? Because at this time, they didn't have where it's nowadays, where there's so many different internet placements and job hunters and the recruitments, and we didn't have any of that stuff. You had to be hungry enough for the opportunity. So I've been hungry for opportunities ever since I was 13, 14 years old. I can still remember going back in time and having a paper calendar and marking it X down on there so the day that I turned 15, I could have an opportunity to go out there and work. I wanted to do anything. It didn't matter if I was going to be able to bag groceries at a grocery store or if I was going to be a caddy. My first real job as I was a caddy. I was a caddy at a country club in Columbus, Ohio. All right. And it was the Columbus Country Club. All right. 18 holes. I'm 15 years old at this time, and we didn't have carts. Okay. I was actually having to carry two golf bags at a time, 15 years old, going through a professional 18 hole um, range. If anybody knows anything about that, then you already know the topography is up, it's down, it's hills, but also early in the morning on tee time, your feet are wet. It's so much dew out there. It's cold, but you have to be out there and you want the opportunity. Now, at this time, I'm thinking back on it here. I'm 15 years old. I'm making pennies on a dollar because you're just praying and hoping that the person that you have, they're going to be nice enough and generous enough to just give you a tip. You know, back then, a great tip was $5. And you just had to be hungry enough for the opportunity because it all builds up, it all adds up. I mean, one of the greatest stories that I have is when I look back and I was 15 years old, there was these Tommy Hilfiger sunglasses that I wanted. I wanted them so bad. Back then, I think they were 50, $60. And I remember my mom, I begged her for the opportunity, like, just buy them for me. I'll pay you back. And she says, okay, if you can pay me back, then you could earn the money. And then by the time that you actually earn the money and you have the cash in your hand, because you know what it took for you to earn that money, you're going to say to yourself, do you want them or do you need them? So I apply these same principles in my life when it comes to anything that I'm buying. If it's not broke, then I don't recreate the wheel. I think of these things in my mind. These are great stepping stones. These are great foundations of what I had to do to be a hustler in order to be resourceful. I had the money in my hand. Do I want them or do I need them? Now, of course, I'm 15 years old. I already put in my mind at that time that I really wanted them. I needed them. So, of course, I got the $50 sunglasses. But you know what? I valued those sunglasses more than anything. And I just really appreciated the ones that I had, and I knew what it took for me to work. So nowadays, when I see people, either if it's the younger generation who are conditioned that they don't want to work, and maybe that influencer or stardom or some type of opportunity is going to fall from the sky and they don't have to work, they just have to be pretty and show up. It's not going to happen like that for you. All of that is just fake stuff that you see online that you don't have to work. Even the people who you think don't have to work, they still have to show up and work. So you need to get in the mindset that you have to work. I'm sorry, look, I don't have any sympathy for people who don't want to work because I know what it took for me in my whole life to have to work. That was just me being a kid, right? And having these experiences of telling how I had to start off into working. I mean, after I was a caddy, I went into corporate collections for American Express and I was 16 years old because at 16 years old, that's when you could actually have a job, right? But I'm blessed enough where that was my first job is being in corporate collections and at least understanding finances at a very early age. But you know, I still had to get like school voucher or whatever they had to have at that time in order for you to work when you're that young so you could get approved. But I just remember any of these job opportunities that I wanted, I've never really asked my parents to be like, "Hey, can I go do this opportunity? Do I have permission?" I was thirsty and hungry enough where I wanted this. No one else is going to be there and take care of you. No one else is going to do the best thing for you but you. You have to want it. The world is going to eventually tell you no if you let them, and you're just going to use that as permission, as excuse for you to not work. Now, if I was in a situation back then, if I would have probably asked my mom or asked my parents to be like, "Hey, can I do this? Can I work? Can I have an opportunity?" They want to nurture you as their child, or they're going to try to nurture you as the husband or wife or whatever situation it's going to be because it's human condition. And they're going to subconsciously tell you things of why you shouldn't or no, you can't. And then your brain is going to feed into it why it's going to give you excuses not to work. Instead, you need to be proactive enough, you need to be motivated enough, and you need to be hungry enough to do what's best for you. Because I can't think of any job opportunity that I had in my life where someone else did the work for me or someone else even got the job for me. None of my parents ever got the jobs for me. I was just always hungry enough where I wanted to work. I wanted the opportunity. I was thankful for the opportunity to just be able to work. And I always think of that hustler mindset, anything that I've ever had in my life. Look, I've always kept things real around here. I've had 77 different jobs in my life. All right. I used to be ashamed of it, but I'm not ashamed of it because that's the things that gave me the most experience in my life and how I'm able to have a business mindset and how I was able to succeed with eBay, but also outside of eBay and have different financial coaching as well. All right. So I don't have sympathy when I hear from people saying, "Oh, my numbers are low. I can't figure sales out, or I can't do this." I'm like, do the work. Do the work because the work is there for you to do and it's free. The work is free for you to do. The only thing that's getting in the way is you, your ego, and you not wanting to show up to work. If you don't do the work, then you're not going to get the results. And I know what the results look like. I know what it smells like. I know what it feels like because I've been doing this my whole life ever since I was 14, 15 years old. But I also been doing this long enough inside of eBay. I know what numbers look like. I know what sales look like. You're not going to ever be punished for you doing the work. God doesn't work that way. God always rewards those who do the work because he already blessed you with two arms, two eyes, two ears, two legs, a brain. Go out there and do the work. You were blessed. You were blessed when you were born. You were blessed when you woke up this morning. You don't want to do the work. I don't have any sympathy for it. And I'm not going to make excuses for you. I'm not going to candy coat things for you and make it seem like it's okay if you don't want to do the work. How come I had to show up every single day? I didn't have this community that we have now where we are motivating each other, where people can help you along the way. Everybody who's in the community, they are hard workers. They are people who are motivated, but it's also easy for them to get motivated because they're in the community. When I started off, I was doing this alone. I was self motivating myself. I didn't have a community. I wish that I had this community that we have right now, where we have so many members who will help you along the way, so many members who's been there, and they help everybody along whatever path that they're at. So when I hear from someone that they don't want to work or that you're broke, that's a choice. And I don't have sympathy for it because I didn't have a community of propping me up. I didn't have people being my cheerleader saying go, go, or giving me permission to make money. especially in this day and age where everybody has an encyclopedia in their pocket, which is a phone. Everybody has a phone where you have a free internet where you can get resources. Everybody has a phone in there where you have free AI that can give you an answer, where you have a free internet or a free Google that can give you the answers, and you can figure out ways and you could be resourceful. When I wanted to be resourceful and get information, I had to walk to the library. I remember spending hours at the library. I keep notes to this day of all these pieces of paper that I wrote out and all of these documents that I had of all the struggles that I went through, of like the notes that I had to try to get a job, to try to get an opportunity, to try to get these resources that I was doing research on when I went to the library, and all these things that I wrote down. These are things that are also going to be important for you in your journey. So one day you could go back and you can look at it and see how much of a hard worker you were. That's why it's important for you to keep track of your success and your journey, but also your failures, because these are the things that's going to build you up. But there's no excuse for you being broke in 2026. You have everything that's there for you, and all of these resources that you do have that's there for you right now. A lot of these resources are for free. So spare me. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it because I had to bust my behind. I had to put in the work. And if I had to do the work and I was alone at times, I had to do the work and I was broke. I had to do the work and I didn't have a community to rely on, the people understanding the challenges that I'm going through. Then why should I have any kind of sympathy for you who just started and you have a community, you have the resources, you have AI, you have Google, you have all of these things. You don't want to wake up early in the morning. You don't want to put in the work. You don't want to produce the art. You don't want to do anything that you have to do to even ask yourself, hey, what am I even good at? Even if it's not art, even if it's not painting. I mean, we're all artists, we're all creative. That's why I always say this isn't an art school. Anybody can do this. I built up the most successful people from people who aren't artists, from people who never painted before. Because when we're kids, we're all scribbling, we're all creative, we can all do it. We work off of a projector. I can show you how to get the money. But if you want to transition from that, right, where you're making the money and you can start doing something else and you want to do things that you're actually good at, I try to teach and focus on what are you naturally good at? Whatever you're naturally good at, do that. Focus on that. Okay. I mean, even for me, I've painted or I've sold over 17,000 paintings on eBay, right? But I would be lying if I told you that's what I'm naturally good at. No, there's other things that Corbellic is naturally good at. And it's only recently that I've been focusing on these things. So that way I can help other people. So that way I can help you. And that way you can be making money as well. And I can show you how to be resourceful, how to have the mindset to achieve and get the things that you want. But if you don't want to achieve, then it's understandable. I'm not knocking you and I'm not judging you of what level that you are in your life, but just don't come to anybody and don't come to us in 2026 talk about you're broke, because that's a choice, and that's a choice that you don't have to have. That's a choice that your family doesn't have to have, and you don't have to waste any more time. You don't have to waste any more of excuses or resources or any of that, because you're not doing it. You're not putting in the work. The work is so easy nowadays that only thing you have to do is show up. The competition bar is so low that only thing that you have to do is show up and you will succeed. If most people were in the day and age of where we came from and they had to compete back then, it was more difficult. It's easy now because everybody else don't want to work. They don't want to do the hard stuff. So as long as you just want to show up, you want to be resourceful, I can show you how, be in the mindset, have everything built out for you inside the eBay community. You have a supportive group there, so you're not alone. We have a 14-day sales activity orientation for you, so that way you could get your first listing out there. You could get your first sales going. Click the link below. Join us in the community. I'll show you how to do this for yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.